Keeping your car on the road is no easy accomplishment. With all the computer technology in cars these days, the cost of operating a car has increased. So what can you do to keep it on the road? Bill Martin is the head of the automotive department, and Jamie Kidder, campus director at Oklahoma Technical College. Well, my car, I'm realizing it's costing a lot more to keep it on the road. Why? Why is it costing more and more for cars? Is it because of the computers that I just mentioned?
It's that, but there are also a lot of complexities in the car that the computers operate. So it's important for us to do a really good job of maintaining the car.
Okay, well, when you say that, maintaining the car, what can I do that isn't too difficult? Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, that's a really good question. Because we need to try to keep the costs down.
Right.
There are some things that the consumer can do, but then, of course, there are things that should be left to the professional. Well, one thing right off the top is keeping our tire pressures up.
I've heard that, and I always forget to do that, don't you?
Well, it's pretty simple to do. I recommend that everybody have a tire gauge in their glove compartment or in their center console, and it's just simple to take the valve stem off, touch it, it extends, and it tells you just what the tire pressure is. Keeping our tires properly inflated, it reduces our cost in fuel.
I've heard that. Like, that's one of the major things in fuel cost.
Indeed.
Amazing. Okay, now we have a computer here in front, and I want to talk about how Oklahoma Technical College helps people do this too. But I don't have one of these at home. Can I get one of these? Or do I? This is where I go, hey, you got to help my car.
Well, that's a really good question. You could get one, but it would cost you about $18,000 for the initial investment.
Bill,
and then
I'm
over $1,000 a year to maintain the software.
I'm not going to get one of those.
Okay.
No. So, but you could. But this is where you go. Please help my car. I can't afford to do it at this time, right?
Well, the check engine light comes on, and a lot of people just continue to drive the car. And unfortunately, they don't have the benefit of the check engine light to alarm them when something really bad has happened. Well, one way to help us keep that check engine light off is to properly top off our tank. A lot of folks don't know how to do that properly.
And how do I properly top off my tank?
Well, we put the nozzle in, and we put it on the high speed. And when it shuts off, don't put any more in.
Oh, no, you're supposed to go...
No. And a lot of people believe that.
And then it spills down the side of your car.
Well, there's an air chamber in the top of our fuel tank, and it should always have just air in it. And if we keep squeezing fuel in, then we can actually push fuel into some of the components that aren't supposed to have fuel in them and damage them.
That's bad.
The check engine light will be on, and then someone with one of these needs to properly analyze it.
Awesome. And Jamie, let me ask you about Oklahoma Technical College, because you guys prepare people to know this kind of stuff that I don't know, and you teach them. I want to talk about the graduation and the placement, job placement rate. That's amazing, isn't it?
It really is. We have an incredible team of career services folks who talk to our students from day one of their education, talking about resume building, networking, interviewing skills, really working on those soft skills in getting our students out into the field. Right now, our placement rate is really high for our industry, and so we're really excited about that. Our students are getting jobs in dealerships and small shops. We've got one graduate who recently told me he's working his dream job. He's at a Corvette shop where all he's working on is vets. So that is really cool. So we're really excited that our grads are out there working.
Well, you hit on something that's interesting, is they're not just going to come in and learn how to plug a computer into a car.
Right.
They're a lot more well-rounded?
They're very well-rounded. Our instructors are incredible in the shop as well as in the classroom. We've got college-owned vehicles that each instructor will bug. So they will go in and, you know, in layman's terms, break something. And our students have to go into the shop and identify, diagnose, and repair what's been broken. And so they're very well-rounded.
This is great. If you need anybody to do that bug thing, I can break stuff really well. Oklahoma Technical College is 4444 South Sheridan Road in Tulsa. Give them a call, 918-895-7500. You see the number there. And the website's cool. It's oklahomatechnicalcollege.com. Thank you, guys.